It's time for the reunion of Teen Mom, Young and Pregnant. At this point, Season 2 has been confirmed, so this is the last time we'll see these trash bags for a while, but not the last time, period. First, Danae comes out on the couch across from Brianna. This is the first time they've seen or talked to each other in months. Danae admits to taking his anger out on Brianna. He says, "I did treat you terrible, and I apologized." Brianna appreciates this, but doesn't accept the apology. That obviously wasn't the answer Danae was looking for, and he accuses her of never answering the phone when he calls. He even calls this inhumane. I'm not sure you know what that means, Danae, acting like you're a dog that she isn't feeding or something. But maybe he shouldn't act like an animal, screaming and apparently hitting her and then expecting her to still like him back. Brianna says there is no chance of them getting back together. Then the parents come out on stage. Robin says she was never on board with the relationship. She says Jessica was on with it though, and always let Danae stay over. Which is believable. Jessica seems to let Brianna do anything and everything she wants. At least in this case, she couldn't get pregnant from these little visits. Robin doesn't like how Jessica put Danae out and doesn't see eye to eye with her. Jessica says it wasn't like that. Every time she kicked him out, she offered to drive him home, and he refused. It's pretty obvious here that Jessica and Brianna, even though they're miles away from perfect, are the ones telling the truth here. Danae has clearly been lying to his mom about them, which is why his mom doesn't like them. Jessica then fires back and says Robin said she would come to visit Danae when he was there and never did. She says every time she tried to talk to Robin, she started an argument. Guess that's where Danae gets it from. Brianna said she let Danae see Brayson. She says when Danae called, it was to talk to her personally about getting back together and never about Brayson. And according to her, when she let him watch Brayson alone, he got drunk while he was supposed to be taking care of him. Robin denies that Danae was drunk. She says while he was watching Brayson, he called Brianna for help because Brayson was crying constantly, and Brianna didn't answer because she was out with another guy. This triggers Brianna, who gets super mad and starts yelling at Danae. Danae says, "Why are you so mad?" Which you know to never say to a girl, and they start having one of their usual screaming matches. Brianna walks off stage, I guess we're doing that diva behavior already, and Robin says Danae obviously isn't the only one with anger issues, and Jessica gets up and leaves too. Robin says bye Jessica when she leaves, and everyone laughs. She better be careful though, because last time someone sarcastically said hi, bye at a reunion like that, they nearly got beat up. With the actual main cast member off the stage, the host Angela starts talking to Danae about hormone treatment for some reason. Considering that this weird switch in conversation started about 10 seconds after a huge fight, it's just awkward. Danae says this is his first month on hormones, but his mind is somewhere else and he doesn't want to talk about it now. Backstage, Jessica says Robin is so defensive because she's trying to make up for the years that she wasn't in Danae's life. Interesting. Next up is Kayla. Kayla cries and says she doesn't want to talk about Stefan's actions. She also says that MTV editing made her fling with Luke look way more serious than it actually was. I don't think that's why people don't like you, Kayla. That might be what Stefan took issue with, but everyone else is more concerned about how you let Stefan treat you and your mom like trash. I don't think anyone even remembers Luke or your 2-second whatever he had going on with him. Angela asks if Stefan watches himself, and he doesn't, because, as he says, "I know I was doing was wrong, I was being immature, scared, and reckless." He says he only cheated on her one serious time. I guess the other times were just funny. When asked if they're still together, they just snicker. So basically they still hook up, but not officially as boyfriend and girlfriend. Jamie comes out, and she says she's still really hurt by that night when Stefan yelled at her. Stefan reveals that him and Jamie actually used to be really close. He says Jamie was damn near my best friend, and he considered her a mother figure since his own mom wasn't around. So I guess Stefan doesn't just treat his best friends any better than his girlfriend. Stefan says I'm not some evil-ass person, and he said he just needed the money to take care of something. He apologizes for taking the money, but still refuses to apologize for how he reacted. He says, "I don't feel like she deserves to hear like I'm sorry," but Kayla still thinks that Stefan really is sorry, just too proud to say it. Jamie and Stefan then hug in forgiveness, though he never actually apologized or showed any remorse. Not sure how to feel about that. I mean, he sort of admitted he was wrong, like, kind of. But I guess it was enough for Jamie and Kayla and their low standards. Next we have Lexi and Kyler on stage. The first thing they talk about is their only real moment of drama, which was when Kyler ignored Lexi asking him out and then was very cold about it. And the saddest thing to me is that Lexi blames herself. She says, "Oh, I wish I would have asked him at a better time because he was grumpy that day." Yeah, here's the thing. Kyler isn't unable to control his emotions and he just gets grumpy like Tobias or something. He's old enough to at least give her some respect, even if he's in a bad mood. It's no excuse. I really want to shake Lexi and tell her it isn't her fault that this dude treats her this way. And just like Stefan, he is not willing to apologize. He says if this was in the present, I would feel bad, but it's the past, so I don't feel sorry. Which doesn't really make sense. Kayla apparently didn't believe she was pregnant when she said she was. Lexi said she was glad when he went to her first sonogram with her, but Kayla reveals for the first time that his mom forced him to go. Real mature. Again, Lexi tries to defend him, saying he went to everything after that, so he's fine. Angela asks what Lexi's dream proposal would be, and she says although she'd like something romantic, she'd be happy if she was his girlfriend for the rest of his life. She'd be okay with that. Lexi, maybe your mom was right, you really don't have any ambition. Anyway, their segment ends really quick. It was almost as short as Macy's stint on Naked and Afraid, actually. Then we move on to Shawn and Jade. Shawn says they are working on their relationship right now and are not engaged. Then they talk about Christy, who also makes an appearance. Jade says Christy comes on strong, and she doesn't want to live with her as a grown woman. Christy says when Chloe is 21 and has baby daddy issues, she'll want her mom. Really? The kid isn't even 1 year old and we're already assuming she's going to have a child young with a loser father? Come on, don't you want to prevent this cycle? Aim higher for your grandchild. When jail is brought up, Christy said she was only in jail for 135 days and was never on cocaine. She denies being in and out of jail for Jade's childhood. Says she's partied her ass off, but her kids were grown when she was doing that. Hey, if you want to party at 40 or 50, as long as your kids are gone, I guess you do you. Next is Bar and Ashley. Bar feels remorse about the incident with Ashley's sister Chris. He says genetically that's a female, I'm not supposed to put my hands on a female, it was just rage and emotion. Bar had anger management classes, and he says it was surprisingly beneficial for him. He and Ashley reveal that they haven't started planning their wedding yet. When asked about why her mom doesn't like Bar, Ashley says, "Oh, it's because she doesn't sleep with him." Ew, what? I guess to Ashley that'll change your opinion on anybody. I mean, I hope she doesn't. When questioned why she didn't want Shen in the living room, Ashley makes it sexual yet again. She says Shen was airing my dirty panties on the internet and now she wants to see between my legs. I don't think that's why she wanted to be there. Shen comes up on Skype and says she wants to coexist with them at the bare minimum and heal from their mistakes. Shen says Ashley keeps the baby from her and says Ashley swung first during the big fight. Ashley says she doesn't keep the baby away, but she has a right to if she wanted to because Shen is toxic. Bar says he needs to love his mom from a distance because both these women drive him crazy. And that's the end of this Young and Pregnant reunion. Do you think that Danae really has an interest in Brayson still? And was Stefan really being genuine in his apology to Jamie? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and make sure to subscribe for Teen Mom recaps every week.